If these efforts to restrict coverage prevail, what will the public not see and not hear?
The public will see a lot less information if the defense efforts are successful, beginning with an effort to close off access, public access to a lot of court records, including the transcript of the very first court hearing that occurred in this case in October. They're also seeking to close down various court proceedings, not just the records. And finally, they are going to make an attempt to kick the cameras out of the courtroom, which means that the public will not have an opportunity to actually hear and see what transpires in the courtroom. And the public is the loser if that happens.
Can you recall another case where the defense has tried so hard to do this?
No, I can't. In 36 years of litigating these cases and representing the media on access issues, I have not seen defense counsel be this aggressive in trying to limit public access. And we've been involved in a lot of capital murder cases. It's not like this is the only capital murder case that's occurred in Utah. And I think it's counterproductive, because once you try to close things down, all it does is just attract more attention on the issues and creates more stories about why are you trying to close things down, and creates a feeling of suspicion and distrust when there's no reason to have that. And that's why we have open court proceedings.
So what is the motivation, do you think?
Well, I think it's a noble one. I think that they are aggressively defending their client's rights and trying to protect his right to a fair trial, and they view this as the way to do it. I think a lot of experienced defense attorneys in Utah would not do this because, as I said, they view it as counterproductive, that they have enough things going on just defending their client. They don't need to pick a fight about public access, and that creates a whole sideshow of issues and work when they prefer to focus on mounting an aggressive defense. And like I said, I think it really calls even more attention to the issues that they say they want to keep out of public view. So it's counterproductive in the end.
So I was thinking about this a lot after the hearing yesterday. And in the old days, you know, when cameras weren't allowed in the courtroom, it would be us going in, taking notes, coming outside and reciting what we heard, and then also interviewing attorneys and other interested parties in the case. But it seemed to me that with this extrajudicial comments ban that the judge has imposed, you can't even talk to the lawyers.
Right. The judge has imposed some restrictions on the ability of lawyers to talk about the case. And that's to make sure there's compliance with the rules of the ethical rules that apply to prosecutors. But that order has nothing to do with the ability of witnesses to speak about the case, the ability of the media to speak and talk to witnesses about the case. So in that sense, he has not issued an order affecting those rights.